the internet protocol. So firstly, I'm gonna explain you what is internet protocol and its purpose through my PowerPoint slides. Then I'll proceed to Wireshark. What is IP? IP stands for Internet Protocol. It is generally used to transfer data from one computer to another. It's basically found on the network layer, that is this layer 3 of the OSI model. So the next is the what is the purpose of the IP. Generally we have two purposes, that is addressing and the routing. We have two versions of IP, that is IP version 4 and IP version 6. So here you can see the examples of IP version 4 and IP version 6. So the next one is we have datagram, and this is the I'm showing you the encapsulation process. Here transport layer sends data to the network layer. The network layer adds its header in front of the payload that came from the upper layer and then sends it to the data link layer. So the packet is the combination of the header and the data, that is the packet. Next is the datagram. Here this is the datagram, which is a combination of the header and the payload. So the next I'm going to explain you every field of the header term by term. So the first one is the version. It tells the version of the IP protocol, this field. So if it is IP version 4, then it will show 4, and if it is IP version 6, then it will show 6. So the next one is the header length, that shows the length of the header, this part. The next field is the priority and the type of service that they basically use to handle datagram. So the next is the total length. Total length is the combination of the length of header and the payload, basically the length of the whole packet. Next is the identification field. Suppose we have this packet and we want to send it from the sender to receiver. So what we did, we divide it into the fragments, so each fragment should have the same identification number that belongs to the same packet. Next field is the IP flag. IP flags consist of the three more fields, that is the resolved bit that remains always 0. Next one is the don't fragment. If it is showing 1, then packets cannot be fragmented, and if it is showing 0, that is off, so packets can be more fragmented. Next one is the more fragment. If it is off, then some other fragments is not following. For this one it should be 1 because there is more fragment that is following to this, and for this one it should be 0 because there is no more fragments than that. So the next one is the protocol. Thereafter the header checksum used for error detection, then IP address, source IP address, destination IP address, and the IP option, that is the optional field. So I'm gonna explain you everything on the Wireshark. So then let's go. Opening, I'll do some ping using command prompt. Firstly, I'll show you the IP of my Wi-Fi. IP config command. Here, there's the IP of my Wi-Fi. There's the subnet mask, default gateway. Now let's ping with google.com. So I get some response. I get ICMP, UDP, TCP. Okay, that works. It responds like request timeout. That means that site don't allow to do ping with them to prevent hackers. So now let me stop the capturing to explain further. As here you can see lots of traffic, TCP, UDP, there is something up also, so never mind. Let me pick our Google packets. So IP.ddr equals to, what's the IP of Google? That one. So let me copy this and paste there, so we can easily search out for that. As you can see that the pink color changes to greens, it means that we have the Google packets. So here we can see that this is our source IP and this is destination IP. Destination means Google and source means our computer, our Wi-Fi. So lots of requests are going through our Wi-Fi, and Here you can see reply packets. So now I'm gonna explain you our IP header. So here you can see the information of the IP header. There are lots of field as I earlier told you. So the first one is the version. As it's showing 4, so means that it belongs to IP version 4. The next one is the header length. As you can see, there is 20 bytes, that is the minimum length of the header. Maximum it can be up to 160 byte, that is the maximum header length. The next one is the type of service. Thereafter total length 60 bytes, that is the length of header plus payload, length of the whole packet. Thereafter the identification number. Identification number is this, as it should be same for all fragments that belongs to the same packets. Thereafter we can see flags. Yeah, these are the 3 fields belongs to the flags. The without bit, don't fragment and more fragments all are not set. The next one is the fragment offset, that is 0 means off. As it is off, so this one must be placed at the first position at the destination site. Thereafter time to live is 128, means when it reaches to 0 by decreasing it to 1, the router will discard this packet. The next one we can see is protocol ICMP, that is the upper layer protocol the data carries. Thereafter header checksum. Next one is source IP. Source IP is this. Destination IP of the Google. So here we can see all the information about the IP header.